questions. I mean, if you have questions, send them through your class secretary. Send for the level 300s, I had none. But for the level 400s, that's the actuarial science students, I had one person asking about what second degree
Hello, madam.
means. Yes.
Hello, madam.
I'm listening. Everybody's microphone should be off except the one talking. I'm listening, talk. No talking. All right, let me continue. Okay, so as I was saying, I had only one person, that's the level, one person from level 400 actuarial science students asking a question. The person wanted to know the meaning.
Hello, madam.
My dear, I told you to talk. Hello, I'm listening. What's the problem? What is the problem?
Madam, please, the actual science students are not here. The reason being that we have another class, but the lecture is not closing.
No, but you have to stop the lecture because the time is even past. You have no. On the timetable you people gave me, you gave me 2:30, right? Is it not 2:30 you gave me?
Yes, madam.
All right, so 2:30, and the lecturer has exceeded his or her time. You need to stop it. As for me, I'm just carrying on with my lecture. I'm not going to wait for you. So you have to make a choice. Whether you stay in that lecture or you come to my lecture, it's a choice you have to make. Because the timetable, every lecture has been given a slot. So no lecture can exceed their time. Okay? Emmanuel. Emmanuel.
Yes, madam.
So
yes, madam.
Tell them it is a choice they have to make. Either they decide to come for the regulatory or they stay in the lecturer who has prolonged his or her time. Either way, I am continuing anyway. Okay, so I was talking about the fact that one level 400 student asked the question. The person wanted to know, I'm coming, I want to get it so that I will address it. The person wanted me to explain what second degree felony means. And the subsection number, I didn't get that very well. If that person is around, the person can ask the second part of the question again. For the first part, I'm going to address it. That is what is meant by second degree felony. I hope we are all on the same page. Are we on the same page? My people, I need feedback.
Yes, madam.
All right, so we continue.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
All right, so this afternoon, I'm going to do something that is not part of my course outline. That is because of the question that the level 400 actuarial science students asked. I'm going to go beyond what we are supposed to do to explain to you what is meant by second degree felony. I mean, this is something that will help you later on. I mean, it will help you understand what we mean by second degree felony. Not only that, in fact, I'm going to explain the grades of crime. In criminal law, we have different grades of crime, That is how the various crimes that are committed are grouped, the grades of crime. Now, everything that I'm going to talk to you about is what pertains to Ghana. What pertains to Ghana. If you go to other jurisdiction, what I'll be giving you may not be the same case there. Even though the words, the grades are technically the same thing, but the punishments involved may not be the same as we have in Ghana. So, as soon as you join, you mute your microphone. If you don't mute your microphone, I'll just take you off. You can't disturb my class like that. Haven't you been told that as soon as you join the class, you mute your microphone, else you introduce all the background noise from your various homes to the entire class? Anybody who doesn't mute his or her microphone, I'll take you off. Okay, so I was talking about the different grades of crime. And normally, crimes are graded in accordance to the gravity and seriousness the society attaches to the various crimes. All crimes that can be committed are graded in accordance to the gravity and seriousness that the society attaches to them. Now, in Ghana specifically, and in most jurisdictions, all crimes can be graded or can be grouped into 5 main grades. 5 main grades. We have what we call offenses punishable by death. That is 1. Offenses punishable by death, 1. I'll come and give you some brief explanations of each of the grades. The first one I've just mentioned to you is offenses punishable by death. The second one is first-degree felonies. First-degree felonies. First-degree felonies. The third one happens to be second-degree felonies. Second-degree felonies, which the question is about. Second-degree felony. Then the fourth one happens to be misdemeanors. Misdemeanors. And the last one are offenses punishable by fines. Offenses punishable by payment of fines. Now, what do all these grades mean? Or if a judge gives his or her judgment and the punishment involved in his sentencing happens to do with maybe, if a particular crime is graded as a first-degree felony or second-degree felony or offenses punishable by death, etc., what does it mean? Now, let's begin with the first one I gave you, which is the offenses punishable by death. Now, if we say, or anytime you hear of offenses punishable by death, one thing you should know is that they are also referred to capital offenses. Capital offenses. So all offenses which are punishable by death, they are referred to as capital offenses. Now, they are considered, that is, capital offenses are considered the most serious offenses. I have told you that all crimes are graded. And the first grade, which happens to be offenses punishable by death, they are considered by the society as the most serious offenses. And examples of such offenses, punishable by death includes murder, treason, and high treason. Murder, treason, and high treason. In fact, in Ghana, if you read the 1992 Constitution, 3 main offenses are punishable by death in Ghana. Just that the president does not sign the death penalty. But if you are sentenced to death, it means you'll be in prison till you die. So we have examples as murder, treason, and high treason. These are the 3 main offenses which are punishable by death. And then the second grade of offense or offenses that we have in our country is first degree felony.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Madam, please. The offense is punishable by death. Is it only imprisonment?
No, I said that.
Don't we have other alternatives?
No, I
like
said that
you will be electrified in a chair or something.
Yes, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to me. I said that offenses punishable by death, it means that you'll be sentenced to death. You'll be sentenced to death. And sentencing to death, there are so many ways of killing. In some jurisdictions, they use the electrocution. That is, they will put you in an electric chair, and then as soon as they plug, it will kill you. In some offenses too, they have the lethal injection. The lethal injection. They will inject you with some kind of poisonous substance, and that will kill you. In some jurisdictions, they have the firing squad. The firing squad, like we used to have in Ghana, where they will go and place you somewhere, and then they will shoot you to death. You get it? All these are examples of, all these are ways of killing you when you are sentenced to death. But in Ghana, currently, as we speak, even though we have offenses punishable by death, but our president or normally the president do not sign the death penalty. When you are sentenced to death, it is supposed to be signed by the president for you to be killed. But as it stands now, we do not sign the death penalty, or the president does not sign the death penalty. So normally, when people commit offenses such as murder, treason, and high treason, instead of killing them by firing squad, which we used to have in Ghana, now they will put you in prison. You will serve sort of something like a life sentence. Don't misquote me. I'm not saying the sentence will be a life sentence. Your punishment is death, but because the president does not sign the death penalty, you go to prison till you die. So you go to prison till you die. Nobody will fast track your death for you. You die a natural death. So you'll be in prison till you die. That is for the offenses punishable by death. And then we have the second grade, which is the first degree felonies. Yes, you people, this topic interests you, pa. I told you that after school, go to law school. If you go to law school, you do this under criminal law, okay? This is not part of our course outline.
Yes, madam.
So don't take a lot of time here, okay? I'm not going to examine you on any topic on this. It's just for your, general knowledge, just for you to know.
Madam, last question.
Okay, last question. I won't take any question on that again. Let me hear you.
Okay, madam. So these people, did they get amnesty?
Hey, my dear, your line is bad, oh.
Madam, is it okay now?
Pardon? Repeat your question.
I want to know if such people can also get amnesty from the president.
Offenses punishable by death. No, normally those people are not parts. Hello, did you hear me?
Yes, madam.
Amnesty, when the president wants to grant amnesty, it is the prison wardens that normally recommend the people who have been of good behavior. But even if you look at how the prison system is supposed to be, people who are sentenced to death are not supposed to be mixed with the ordinary prisoners. They are normally put in a place that they don't even mingle with others because they are considered as highly criminal people. Highly criminal people. So I don't think such people would get amnesty from the president. Anyway, I stand to be corrected, but that's what I know. Okay, so we proceed. We are on first-degree felonies. And in Ghana, when we talk about first-degree felony, we are referring to those felonies or crimes that normally attract a prison term of up to a life sentence. First-degree felonies are those offenses or crimes which normally attract a prison term of up to a life sentence. So when you commit an offense and the offense is labeled as a first-degree felony, then it means that should the judge or should you be found guilty by the courts, then you are likely to serve a life sentence in prison. A life sentence in prison. For the life sentence people, they normally get amnesty from the president. The life sentence people, normally they get amnesty from the president. Examples of offenses that are classified as first-degree felonies include rape and causing harm with the use of an offensive weapon. Rape and causing harm with the use of an offensive weapon. So if someone rapes another person, if you want to know the meaning of rape, you go to the Criminal Offences Act. Criminal Offences Act section, let me see, is this section 90? Okay, yeah. Now, 98 specifically, I'm sure, yeah. 98 gives us the definition of rape. If you go to the Criminal Offences Act, section 98, rape, for instance, has been defined as the carnal knowledge of a female of not less than 16 years without her consent. The carnal knowledge of a female of not less than 16 years without her consent. You see, the carnal knowledge of a female. If you read the meaning of rape as defined by the Criminal Offences Act section 98, then it tells you that in Ghana, as our law stands, a man cannot be raped. A man cannot be raped because rape has been defined as the carnal knowledge of a female. The Act did not say the carnal knowledge of a person. It said the carnal knowledge of a female of not less than 16 years. So for you to be raped, then you should be a female who is 16 years and above. So if somebody who is 16 years and above is, raped, as in if you have sex with somebody, with a female who is 16 years and above without the person's knowledge, then it means that you have committed the offense of rape. And the offense of rape is a first-degree felony. And a first-degree felony can attract a prison term of up to a life sentence. you know, it doesn't mean that once you commit the offense of rape, you are going to be sentenced to life imprisonment. No. The law says that the punishment of a first-degree felony is a term of up to, which means that it can be some number of years as well. Any number of years up to a life imprisonment. You get it? So once a particular crime is considered as a first-degree felony, if you use an offensive weapon, causing harm with an offensive weapon, if you happen to stab somebody, you stab somebody with a knife or with any tool, anything that will cause harm to the person, that is also causing harm with the use of an offensive weapon, which is a first-degree felony. And you can be punished up to a term of life imprisonment. Up to. So it means that you can be given some number of years, or you can't go for life imprisonment. So that is for first-degree felony. Then we have second-degree felony. Second degree, if it is one offense, it is felony. If the offenses are a lot, we have felonies. Now, for second-degree felonies, in Ghana, an offense which is considered as a second-degree felony attracts a term of imprisonment not exceeding 10 years. A term of imprisonment not exceeding 10 years, meaning that if you commit an offense which is labeled as a second-degree felony, then you are likely, that is, if found guilty, the judge is likely to sentence you to a term which does not go beyond 10 years. Which does not go beyond 10 years. Examples of offenses which are considered as second-degree felonies include abortion, causing harm. I think what I told you of, is it false pretense? False pretense too happens to fall under a second-degree felony. Okay. All right. We also have threat of death. Threat of death. I'm trying to get you more examples. But you see, I've given you examples like abortion, threat of death. You go to somebody's house, you threaten the person, I'll kill you. I'm going to kill you. If the person, reports the matter and it gets to court, and then you happen to be found guilty and you are sentenced, you are likely to be given a term of imprisonment of up to 10 years. By threatening the person, you will kill the person. So you don't just open your mouth to just talk anyhow. You have to be mindful of the words that come out of your mouth. Now, even though we are saying that second-degree felonies may attract a term of imprisonment up to 10 years, there are other offenses. Which are also second-degree felonies, all right. There are offenses which are second-degree felonies, but these offenses, they involve dishonesty. And as such, for such second-degree felonies which involve dishonesty, the term of imprisonment is not up to 10 years. The term of imprisonment is up to 25 years. Up to 25 years. And examples of such offenses include stealing. If you go to the Criminal Offences Act, stealing too has been defined there. Have you gotten there? Have you bothered yourself with, have you bought copies of the Criminal Offences Act, or did I put it on the LMS? Is it on the LMS? My people, I want to hear your response.
Madam, please. We can't see the slide.
No, I'm not teaching from any slide. Oh, I told you that somebody
No,
asked a
madam.
question.
No, madam.
Any slide. I'm addressing a question someone asked.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, don't worry, my dear. You have a right to ask. You've paid for it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Okay, so if you go to the Criminal Offences Act, section, let me see, section 125. Section 125 of the Criminal Offences Act defines stealing as a person steals. A person steals. Hey, I'm coming on. Okay, so stealing, let me just put it in my own ways. If in my own way, if I read what is here, you may not understand it clearly. Now, stealing simply means, that is according to section 125 of the Act 29, Criminal Offences Act. Stealing means dishonestly appropriating a thing of which, or dishonestly appropriating a thing which does not belong to you. Or you can say that dishonestly appropriating a thing which you are not the owner of. So you steal somebody's thing if you take the thing without the consent of the owner and you use it to your benefit. It is stealing. So stealing involves dishonesty. Robbery too. If you go home, try and get a Criminal Offences Act, of course, you're already home. So in your spare time, try and get a Criminal Offences Act, and then you go through it. Robbery too has been defined in the criminal offenses. Another offense, another example I'll give, there are a lot of examples, but I'll give one last example on offenses which involve dishonesty. And the last example I'm giving is defrauding by false pretense. Defrauding by false pretense. Do you remember? This is what brought this question in the first place. Defrauding by false pretense. So if you issue a debt check, as we saw from section 3138 of the Criminal Offences Act, you commit an offense, and as part of the charges that will be labeled against you by the police, you will have defrauding by false pretense. And defrauding by false pretense, as we have just seen, is a second-degree felony. And even though second-degree felonies normally attract a term of imprisonment of up to 10 years, because defrauding by false pretense involves dishonesty, it has a special punishment. And that special punishment is a term of imprisonment up to 25 years. Up to 25 years. So this is what you should know. Then the fourth grade of offense we will consider is misdemeanors. Misdemeanors. Now, when we talk about misdemeanors, normally they are those petty crimes. Like, for instance, misdemeanor may attract a term of imprisonment not exceeding 3 years. Misdemeanors, normally they attract a term of imprisonment not exceeding 3 years. And examples of misdemeanors include threat of harm. Threat of harm. If I am in my house or in my home and you walk towards me, You come to me.
Mama.
Hey, Simon Tuga.
Good afternoon.
Simon Tuga. If
Oh,
you don't
please,
off
who's
your
that?
microphone,
That.
I'm going to take you
Oh.
off. Kojo say go. Kojo say go. If you don't off your microphone, I'm going to take you off. You can't disturb my class. So,
Yes, madam.
threat of harm, I was giving you an example of threat of harm. I'm in my house. You walk to me with a gun. You point a gun at me and you tell me that you will kill me with a gun. And then I began shivering. Maybe I have a particular ailment, which normally comes with frights. I mean, fear. And all of a sudden, I have crisis. And then later, you want to just, pretend as if you didn't intend to harm me. So you come up with an excuse that, oh, the gun was not even loaded. I was just joking. That is a threat of harm. Aside that, whenever somebody commits the offense of murder, or when you commit an offense with the use of offensive weapon, you can also be charged with threat of harm. Even rape, you can as well be charged with threat of harm. Let me get water. Okay. So anytime an offense is, you are charged with an offense.
Sorry, madam.
Thank you, my dear. I'm okay now. So,
Okay.
anytime an offense is committed, for instance, hey. Threat of harm can also be charged. Because if you rape someone, at that very instance, you went to the person and then you shouted at the person developed some kind of fright. So there was a threat of harm there. So threat of harm is an example of demeanor. Assault is an example of demeanor. Assault. And then abduction. These are examples of misdemeanors. Then we have the last grade of offense, which is offenses punishable by fines. Offenses punishable by fines. Now, sometimes fine may be imposed in addition to a prison term. The fact that you are sentenced to a term of imprisonment does not mean you will not be sentenced to pay a fine. Sometimes you'll be given a prison term, right? And in addition, you will also be asked to pay a fine. So, if you are asked to pay a fine, then you have to pay a fine. But if the offense is punishable by a fine only, then the offense is a very minor offense. A very minor offense. Examples of offenses which are punishable by fines include willful neglect to fill up or transmit the certificate of marriage to the registrar of marriages. Willful neglect to fill up or transmit the certificate of marriage to the registrar of marriages. Another example is indecent inscriptions. Indecent inscriptions like advertisements in relation to venereal diseases or adverts which claim aphrodisiac properties for a preparation without the authorization of the Ministry of Health. You know, a lot of people may put up an advert and then they portray the thing. For instance, now in Ghana, every herbal medicine is a manpower medicine. They will say that you take this medicine, oh, you'll be strong, you'll be a man, blah, 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 blah. You see, if you make such inscriptions, which are indecent, and then you don't follow you don't have the appropriate, go ahead, as in you've not been given the go ahead by the Ministry of Health or by the Food and Drugs Board, blah, blah, and you go ahead to do that, you are found guilty of the offense, you can be asked to pay a fine. So these are the various grades of offenses that we have in Ghana. I believe by now, the one who asked the question is okay. All right, now let's come to today's business. Let's come to today's business. Any questions on what I sent you? The second part of overview of regulations. The second part. Any questions on the notes I sent you? I'm ready for you. If you have questions, you can ask. If you don't have questions too, you tell me so that we can close. I'm waiting, my people. Any questions?
No questions, madam.
All right. No questions from her. Any other person? Questions? I'm inviting questions from you.
No questions, please.
No questions. Hey, as for this, my class, you are full of sharks. You are sharks, pa. My people, I'm still waiting. Any questions?
Madam, please, are you asking of the second part of the lecture 1 or you have a lecture 2? Because I don't have the lecture 2. The overview.
Hey, what are you talking about, my dear? I sent you 2 slides.
Madam, please. Okay.
I sent you 2 slides. You know, it was supposed to be 1 lecture slide. I mean, it was supposed to be the second part of the overview of regulations. You know, last week we treated the first part. So this was supposed to be the second part. But because of the issue we had with the large volume of recording, so this time I had to split the second part into 2. So I sent you 2 main lecture slides with voiceover. And that is what I'm asking. Any questions on the 2 slides I sent you?
Okay, madam. Receive that. No question, please. No question from my side.
Okay, Edward Asante. Any other person? Actuarial science people, no questions. Level 300, banking and finance, no questions. Okay, so this class is a shark class. That's very good. Anyway.
Yes, madam.
Anyway, the way I made the voiceover, it was detailed enough. So I'm not surprised you don't have questions. So what we'll do is we will end here. We will end here. And then we will meet again same time next week. I will send you the second, is it the second lecture? Yeah. The second topic on the course outline will begin, that is the overview, regulatory and legal framework of Ghana's banking industry. I'll send you the first part, which will look at history of banking, the meaning of a bank, etc., etc. I'll send you the lecture slides, that's the voiceover slides, by Tuesday, God willing, next week. So that we'll meet same time next week, this time, to take questions from you. So if still there are no questions, I would like us to bring our meeting to an end. And I had a lecture with the evening and weekend students last week, and I have the recording. I will place the recording on my YouTube channel, so you can go there and listen to the questions they asked and the way I addressed them. I'll place this one too there. For those of you who missed the type of the grades of offenses we have in Ghana, I'll place this video too there. So you can go subscribe to my channel. You people, you just go and listen and you don't subscribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Madam.
Then you can download.
Madam, please, what's your...
Just type my
Madam,
name.
when we search, we don't see
Send out the link. Send out the link. We will subscribe.
All right.
190.
Okay, I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link through your class secretaries, and then share it with the class, and you can subscribe to my channel so that anytime I upload a video, you can have it first time.
Turn on the post notifications too.
Exactly. That's good.
Okay, madam, please, we want to add right now. I want to subscribe right now.
I don't have the video now. Okay, I can send you. I want to send you this link. But you type my Deborah Adu-Twumwaah. That's the name of my channel. Deborah Adu-Twumwaah. My name.
Madam, we can't find it too.
You can't find Deborah Adu-Twumwaah. Are you sure you have searched well? You've gone to YouTube.
Madam, just give us the link.
Yes, madam.
Because I have so many videos. I have more than 10 videos there. So when you go there, you should find me. Deborah Adu-Twumwaah. Spell my name very well. The Adu-Twumwaah is the ADU with hyphen TWUMWAAH. You spell my name very well.
Madam, please send a link to our course webs.
All right, I'll do that, my dear. So I'll see you next week, same time, God willing. Enjoy your day. I wish you all the best.
See you. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.